On the afternoon of August 5th, Hollywood was once again shaken when a surprising news spread like wildfire on social media. The name targeted this time Caitriona Balfe, and the rumor that she had secretly withdrawn a large sum of money from her ex-husband, Tony McGill's music company, before they officially divorced. Notably, in that accusation, Sam Heughan, Caitriona's longtime co-star and close friend, was dragged into the vortex. The source of the news came from an anonymous post on a blog specializing in spreading rumors about European and American celebrities. The poster, claiming to be Tony's close friend, asserted that Caitriona was dishonest in the process of dividing assets during the divorce, even transferring part of the assets under the name of the company Tony founded to her name. And worse, that person also accused Sam of being the one who incited Caitriona to do it, and that the two had planned to break up with Tony many months ago. Within hours, the rumor spread like wildfire. Some popular social media sites even reshared the content without verifying it, making the situation even more confusing. However, not letting the rumor develop further, just a few hours later, Sam Heughan officially broke his silence, posting a video of more than 5 minutes on his personal Instagram account. The scene of the video is very simple. Sam is sitting in the living room of his home in Glasgow, wearing a white shirt, his face showing obvious tension, but still keeping calm. He opens with a sentence that makes viewers speechless. "I never thought I would have to do this, but I cannot stay silent when the woman I love is blatantly slandered." He continued clearly and forcefully. Caitriona is an upright, strong, independent person. She would never, I repeat never, take advantage of anyone financially, especially in a relationship that was once a family. These baseless accusations are not only an insult to her, but also a pain for everyone who believes in the truth. Sam said that he and Caitriona have worked with an international team of lawyers and are preparing to sue for defamation, and deliberate spreading of false information. As for Caitriona, she has remained silent, not posting anything on social media. However, according to a source close to her, that silence is intentional. Caitriona does not want this to become a media feast, does not want people to entertain her private pain. It is known that she has worked closely with her lawyer and provided full financial documents to prove that all transactions during the divorce process were transparent and legal. And then a leaked document from the Los Angeles court became a strong counterattack. In it, it was clearly stated that Caitriona and Tony had signed a prenuptial agreement, clearly stipulating that personal assets and business assets would be completely separated. This makes any accusations of asset transfer absurd without any legal basis. The reaction from the fan community was also clear. Just a few hours after Sam's video, the hashtag #StandWithSamAndKate became a trend on Twitter X. Fans from all over voiced their support, asking the media and bloggers to stop spreading false information. A longtime fan wrote, "Sam and Kate have devoted their youth to art and the audience. Don't use their honor and privacy to get likes." Even some famous lawyers on social media have stepped in, analyzed, and pointed out the loopholes in the accusation. A question was raised. If there really was financial fraud, why hasn't Tony McGill ever filed an official lawsuit? Why does everything only come from anonymous accounts? There is no legal evidence made public. And then a new twist in the legal battle was revealed. According to many sources, Sam and Caitriona's legal team is preparing to file lawsuits in both the UK and the US, targeting individuals or groups of people spreading the news, as well as websites posting unverified content. If the lawsuit is successful, it could set an important precedent for the right to protect the honor and image of celebrities, especially in an age where fake news and fabricated information are rampant online. Sam ends the video with a straight look into the camera, each word ringing out clearly. "I know there are people who want to tear us apart, who want scandal instead of truth. But Kate and I, we are not afraid, and we will not back down." The video ends, but the tide continues. Lies may spread quickly, but the truth always finds its way back. Sam Heughan not only stood up for the woman he loves, but also bravely exposed the dirty tricks behind the spotlight. Less than 10 days after Sam Heughan announced that he would sue the London High Court, officially accepted the case. The defendant was identified as the person behind the anonymous blog, The Insider Angle, where the rumor that Caitriona Balfe had swindled her ex-husband, Tony McGill, originated. Before entering the courtroom, Sam and Caitriona's lawyer, Ms. Judith M. Campbell, briefly spoke to the press. This is not just an honorable lawsuit. This is a wake-up call for anyone who believes that they can get rich from making up stories, fabricating news, and exploiting other people's names to attract attention. And then a big shock happened. Right in the courtroom, Tony McGill suddenly appeared. He, Caitriona's ex-husband, walked in a smart gray suit, his eyes calm, completely opposite to the image of a fraud victim that the blog had created. When asked directly by the judge about the allegation that Caitriona had siphoned off a large sum of money from his music company, Tony responded emphatically, "I don't know who wrote those words, but I can confirm that Caitriona Balfe has never and has not taken a single penny from me or my company without my consent." The courtroom was dead silent. Tony continued, "We had a prenuptial agreement. All assets were clearly and transparently separated. After our divorce, we remained in respectful contact. I never made any accusations against her, nor did I authorize anyone to speak on my behalf." Then the real identity was revealed. The person behind the blog, The Insider Angle, was Rebecca L. Hudson, a former Outlander fan, who once ran a large fan page dedicated to Sam Heughan. After Sam went public with her relationship with Caitriona, Rebecca continuously posted attacks, blaming Kate for ruining Sam's career and tarnishing Jimmy Fraser's image in the hearts of fans. At the trial, the defendant's lawyer tried to argue that Rebecca was just expressing her personal opinion. But the plaintiff presented a series of evidence: fake photos, fake emails, and unverified financial information, all of which were fabricated products. Sam coldly looked at Rebecca standing in the dock, his eyes no longer angry, but like a warning. "I used to think that people who loved Jimmy Fraser would understand the spirit of honor, loyalty, and nobility. But ironically, some people use that love to distort the truth and hurt innocent people." And then the moment the audience had been waiting for arrived. Caitriona Balfe spoke publicly for the first time. She appeared with Sam at the final hearing, calm, steady in her steps, despite dozens of cameras trained on her. In court, she made it clear, "I am silent, not because I am not in pain, but because I want to act legally and ethically. I believe that if we stick to the truth, it will resonate further than any rumors." Caitriona then submitted to the court a full financial dossier, including bank statements, a prenuptial agreement, and legal documents, proving that she had not misappropriated assets as alleged. The court ruled a victory for Sam and Caitriona. The judge concluded, "There is no evidence that Ms. Balfe has committed financial fraud. The information posted on the blog, The Insider Angle, is false, malicious, and seriously damaging to the plaintiff's reputation, spirit, and private life." Rebecca L. Hudson was forced to publicly apologize, remove all false content, and pay $2 million in compensation to Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe. And what touched fans the most, Sam announced that he would transfer all the compensation to the charity Phrase Your Love Foundation as a way to turn pain into hope for the vulnerable, a humane ending and a strong warning. Before leaving the court, Sam took Caitriona's hand, leaned towards her, and whispered, just loud enough for the microphone to pick up, "True love doesn't need to scream, but when it's offended, it knows how to defend itself." Caitriona smiled, leaning gently on his shoulder. The case was closed, but its echoes still resonate in the heart of Hollywood. Fake news can spread like wildfire, but the truth once lit burns away all illusions. And this time, Sam and Caitriona not only defended their honor, but also became symbols of how true artists face storms. The case is over, but the story, perhaps, is not really over. Sam and Caitriona have won justice, but more deeply, they have just raised a big question for the entire entertainment industry. When will artists' privacy be respected? And when will the truth be strong enough to quench the hunger for fake news? They did not speak out to create scandals, nor did they push back against slander with loud anger. They chose to stand up with the truth, with determination with the law, and with their own belief in justice. But behind the spotlight, there are still many untold stories. Other anonymous bloggers, crazy fans who call themselves love, but use it to control, to manipulate. Will this be the last time an artist has to stand up for themselves and say, enough, no one knows for sure? Just know that that day in court, when Sam held Kate's hand in that silent moment, millions of people suddenly realized love, even without proof, can still become the strongest wall against the poisonous arrows of public opinion. And who knows, from this incident, they will continue to write a new chapter. Not in movies, but in real life. There may not be any official confirmation. There may not be any fairy tale wedding under the paparazzi lens. But perhaps what they choose to keep to themselves is the most sacred thing. The door of justice has closed, but the door of hope, of healing, and of true love has just opened.